How's it, guys? Today you may find that many people have been drawn to the country of South Africa for many years, and who could blame them? Many that have had the chance to head to this beautiful country have returned with comments of how the place is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, landscapes, and wildlife, among other fantastic things. As such, you may find that there are many reasons to head to this beautiful place. From the unbelievably beautiful peaks of the Drakensberg Mountains to the urban excitement and attractions to be found in any of its many cities, there is no doubt that South Africa truly has it all for all those hoping to visit its shores. Join us as we take a look at 20 of the best places to visit in South Africa. Number 20, Cape Town. One of the best places to visit when you head over to South Africa may be Cape Town. Considered to be the legislative capital of the country as well as the oldest city in South Africa, you may be forgiven for thinking that Cape Town must be some sort of drab city, but that is far from the case. Once you land in Cape Town, you'd see that many people made their way there because they just had to get a look at the natural beauty that can be found in the city. From the panoramic views offered by the Table Mountain to the stunning beaches found all over the city, Cape Town truly is a sight to behold. The wildlife is also unbelievable, with visitors being able to see anything from animals in the safari to penguins and whales off the coast. Let's also not forget that Cape Town is known for its rich history and culture, as it can tell the country's story from the colonial times to the anti-apartheid era. Add the fact that this vibrant city is known for its wine as well as its lively atmosphere, and you may find that you are in one of the most diverse and bubbling cities in all of South Africa. Number 19, Kruger National Park. Next up, we head over to the Kruger National Park, another one of the most popular tourist destinations that you may find in all of South Africa. Located in the northeastern region of South Africa as it cuts across the provinces of Limpopo and Mpumalanga, you may find that many people rush over to this national park because they get to take a look at the somewhat unrivaled wildlife that can be found there. Apparently, it is one of the best places to see the so-called Big Five, that is lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, and buffalo, as well as cheetahs, giraffes, and hundreds of bird species. Add the expansive and diverse landscapes that can be found there, as you can travel through the savanna plains to get through to the thick woodlands and riverine forests, and you may find that this may be the best place to take the family on that trip through nature. Do not miss out on the experience of the Kruger National Park. Number 18, Johannesburg. Once we are done taking in the sights in the Kruger National Park, you may just want to make your way to the city of Johannesburg. Considered to be the most populous city in the country, you may find that many people make their way to the City of Gold because they just had to see the city's many attractions for themselves. For starters, they couldn't resist the urge of getting a look at the rich history and culture in the city for themselves. After all, Jozi did play a central role in the struggle that many South Africans faced under the apartheid regime. As such, visitors will find that they can learn about the history of this place by visiting spots such as the Apartheid Museum and the notorious Robben Island. While there are also a lot of museums and art galleries to visit in Johannesburg, many people can also appreciate the beauty of nature that can be found here. Surrounded by many beautiful landscapes, you can even find the cradle of humankind. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site where people can find some of the oldest hominid fossils in the world today. With that in mind, make sure you make the most of the historical and natural attractions to be found in Johannesburg. Number 17, Sabi Sands. Once we are done with our dose of culture and history in the City of Gold, visitors may owe it to themselves to make sure that they visit the Sabi Sands Game Reserves. Located adjacent to the Kruger National Park in the Lowveld of Mpumalanga, Sabi Sands is a group of private game reserves that is sure to leave the visitors in a state of awe when they visit the place. This is due to the fantastic collection of wildlife that can be found there. Here you can also find the Big Five that we mentioned earlier, with some focus perhaps staying on the close-up sighting of leopards. Add the luxurious private lodges that can be found there and the experienced rangers that help visitors navigate their way through the diverse landscape, and you may find that this place may just be perfect for those planning that holiday in the South African wilderness. Make sure you book that trip to Sabi Sands today. Number 16. The Kalahari Desert. As fascinating as the Sabi Sands might be, just wait till tourists feast their eyes on what can be found in the Kalahari Desert. Large and massive, this semi-arid sandy savanna is a region that covers about 900,000 square kilometers of southern Africa, with some of it covering much of Botswana as well as parts of Namibia and, of course, South Africa. With that in mind, you'll find that these tourists just had to go there so that they could see the red sand dunes, the fossil river valleys, and the sparse vegetation found in the semi-arid land for themselves. You may also be surprised that although it is a desert, many of these tourists also make their way there so that they can see the surprisingly diverse wildlife that can be found there. After all, where else are they going to see black-maned lions, cheetahs, leopards, or giraffes for themselves in such a landscape? Add the cultural experience to be gained from such a place, as it is the home of the San people who have lived there for thousands of years, and tourists may find that this is one of the most entertaining yet educational places you could find in all of South Africa. It is almost a must to make a trip to the Kalahari Desert if you ever find your way to South Africa. Number 15. Madikwe. Located at the Madikwe of Mariko River, the Madikwe Game Reserve is a protected area that is made up of about 750 square kilometers of bushland that can be found in the northern region of the small town of Groot Mariko up to the border with Botswana. Opened about 30 or so years ago back in 1994, Madikwe is another great spot to see the Big Five for yourself in South Africa without having to worry about dealing with too many crowds, because it is not as known as Kruger or Sandy Sands. Add the fact that it also has luxury lodging while being a malaria-free environment, and you may find that Madikwe seems to be perfect for families, especially those with young kids or expecting mothers. Add the fact that those in charge of the reserves seem focused on sustainable tourism and community upliftment, and you may find that this may be one of the best national parks or game reserves to visit in the entire country. Number 14. Durban. Next up, we went to Durban, a large and perhaps successful city in its own right. Located in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Durban is not only the largest port city in sub-Saharan Africa, it is also the third most populous city in all of South Africa, behind only the previously mentioned Johannesburg and Cape Town. Tourists may find that visitors make their way to this coastal city because they just had to experience the golden beaches found there for themselves. Just take a look at the Golden Mile, for example. A well-known beachfront location in the area, many make their way there to this hub of activity so that they can eat at the restaurants found there before or after taking part in surfing or other water-based activities that take place there. People also make their way to Durban so that they can witness what is considered to be the melting pot of cultures found there. After all, where else in South Africa could one experience the mix of strong Zulu, Indian, and British influence, especially as Durban is believed to have the largest concentration of people of Indian descent outside of India. Add the many historical sites to visit, such as the Old Fort or the Durban City Hall, and Durban may just be the place for that tourist experience for you. Number 13. The Winelands. If Durban isn't your speed, maybe you can make your way to the Cape Winelands District Municipality. There, you'll find that this region is world-renowned for its high-quality wine. Maybe this is due to its history of winemaking that goes back centuries now. As such, as visitors enjoy sampling the wine in the area, they can also take in the stunning views of the rolling vineyards found in the area, as well as the breathtaking mountain ranges and valleys found there. To do so, tourists would probably enjoy making their way through the charming and quaint small towns and villages found in the area. They may even have cause to make a stop at either Stellenbosch, Franschhoek, or Parel, some of the most popular destinations in the area. As they take in the Dutch, French Huguenot, and British influence found in such an area, tourists may find that they may not want to leave this piece of paradise. Make sure you visit the winelands as soon as possible. Number 12, Table Mountain. 1 second, guys. We're just going to make our way back to Cape Town so that we can take a deeper look into the previously mentioned Table Mountain. Who can actually resist a visit to this iconic landmark when they finally make their way to Cape Town? Considered to be one of the major tourist attractions in the city, you'll find that people not only go there to take in the stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean, Robben Island, and other mountains in the area, as it is perfect for all the photographers who make their way there to witness the views for themselves from the mountain's distinctive flat top. Tourists may also be delighted that the mountain is part of a national park and a UNESCO heritage site that is home to a wide variety of plant and animal species. Some of these species, such as the fynbos vegetation, cannot be found in any other parts of the world. As such, along with the amazing hiking trails found in the area, many people have many reasons to flock to what is considered to be an iconic landmark and a symbol of Cape Town, and perhaps even the entire country. Number 11, Panorama Route. Once you are done taking the scenic routes from the Table Mountain, you may find that you may be drawn to the scenic road found in the Panorama Route. Located in the Mpumalanga province, the Panorama Route is centered around the Blyde River Canyon, a canyon that is believed to be the third largest in the world. With that in mind, we can see how millions may flock to the area so that they can take in the scenic beauties that can be found in such a route. And as they drive down, not only will they drive past the previously mentioned Blyde River Canyon, they may also go past other natural wonders such as the Mac Falls or the Burke's Luck Potholes. Add the fact that there is a lot of historical significance in this route as it shows off early human settlements, as well as the gold mining activities that took place in historic towns such as Pilgrim's Rest, and you may find that Panorama Route may just be that route back in time that you needed to have that perfect break in South Africa. Number 10, Addo Elephant National Park. Located within proximity of Guggebra, the Addo Elephant National Park is a diverse wildlife conservation park that is considered to be the third national park in the country behind the previously mentioned Kruger National Park and the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. With that in mind, you may find that many flock over to this national park because, as its name suggests, they're going to find a host of elephants over there. Apparently, the national park was initially put together in a bid to protect the last remaining elephants in the area. Thankfully, this worked so well that now there is a large elephant population in the area, with more than 600 of these elegant beasts calling the Addo Elephant National Park home. That said, the Addo National Park is also home to the Big Seven, a list that includes the traditional Big Five of lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, and buffalo, as well as the southern right whale and the great white shark, as the park also has a marine section. The city is also home to amazing beasts such as the black rhino, zebras, antelopes, among other creatures. Add the endless list of activities to take part in the park, such as game drives, hiking, and birdwatching, and the Addo National Park may just be that perfect place for your holiday with nature. Number 9. Robben Island. Next up, we head out to the notorious Robben Island. A well-known island located in Table Bay, west of the coast of Bluebergstrand, Robben Island was a small, roughly oval-shaped island that was fortified and used as a prison from the late 17th century until 1997, when it was shut down following the end of the apartheid era. As a result, much like Alcatraz over in the US, many make their way there to travel back in time in order to understand the history of this nation. This is due to the fact that it served as a prison for many political leaders of South Africa, perhaps the most notable being Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa who spent 10 out of his 27 years of imprisonment on Robben Island. With such a history, you may find that many visit this place to witness the site of the resilience and triumph of the human spirit. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site back in 1999, a visit to Robben Island is a must for all hoping to learn about the history of this country and the resilience of the human spirit. Number 8. Drakensberg Mountain. Once we are done with our dose of history on Robben Island, tourists may find themselves attracted to the wonders to be found in the magnificent mountain ranges of the Drakensberg Mountains, as not only can they get the scenic views of the dramatic landscapes provided by the towering cliffs, the deep valleys, and the cascading waterfalls found in the area, they could also take part in the many hiking activities that go up the breathtaking mountain range. Make sure you don't miss out on the peace and tranquility to be found as you visit the wonders to be found at the Drakensberg Mountain.